And it's, yeah, we're going to walk into the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, we had no volume all this time. Are you kidding me? Wow. Thanks, Aaron. That was great. No, on here. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm reading that
was
comment.
great. Where is that? Ghosting. Ghosting. I know you remember me. I'm still the 67s fan. It's still out there. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's do that all over again.
All right, sure. Yeah, we'll pick it up from the start.
Wow. See, this is Aaron, you should come here and be a producer. Beckham Edwards, great there in the overtime goal. Yep, that was fantastic. Suspensions, Tyson Doucette's got 3 games.
We got JJ and we got
JJ's gone for 5. There you go. Oh, Lord love it, Duck. At least the internet's working.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Right.
Dave's not working.
Just Dave's not working. I think everybody out here, and who's winning? Game hasn't started yet, but thanks for the follow there, Bendelman. And 67's fan out there. Kirsten's after go Bulldogs go, eh?
Oh, boy.
Okay. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll let you say. Refs dropped the ball on that one. Okay. All right. ChatGPT Comparison. Good thing I checked that. I had a friend of mine, he's a live educator, a trader that I follow, and he had his first live thing yesterday, and he was live for like 20 minutes and wasn't really live. He talked to himself for 20 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
And then, so now it's my turn.
It's hard to go back with the same energy.
So, mother, father. Okay, so ChatGPT, I didn't even, you know much, you hear me talk about it, artificial intelligence, right? Yeah, I was on a different account, but remember I told you next season I'd come down to Sarnia. Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
You got to scroll back.
But I'm not scrolling back.
You missed a good one.
I missed a good one?
Oh, yeah.
Where? Followed by, we can hear you. It's been a while since I joined. Which one are you talking about? Oh, that's Caps. Has been active. You may invite them to follow you. Yeah, that's Capra. I can't remember his name. Sting hockey player.
Oh, Marco? That's Marco Cabrera.
Yeah. Is that you, Marco?
No, keep going back. You missed a good one.
Okay.
Right there.
Connor, who's little Jimmy?
I have no idea, actually.
Wow. All right, they're joining the team out there. At least TikTok's appreciating us. I typed it, so I took a picture of the stat sheets that we get and copied the text into ChatGPT, and I asked it this question. So I said, where the following 2 teams stats show strengths and weaknesses of both teams. Okay. And I asked it for the strengths and weaknesses of both teams. So I already had a conversation with Lee Cunningham, who you can check out on chok.com. And this was the answer artificial intelligence gave me. So, Sarnia Sting. Defensive performance. The goalies have a GAA of 3.52 and a save percentage of .899, indicating that they are relatively strong in net compared to the league average.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
That's not very good. It's 899 isn't great, but we'll take what they say.
The league average, though?
I don't know what the league average is. You'd have to do a bit of math on that, but it's not very good. It's not a very good save percentage.
Physical presence. Come on in. Hey, guys, come on, sit down there. Physical presence. The defensemen have a good average height and weight, which could translate into strong physical play.
Yeah, that's a. It sounds so awkwardly worded, but yeah,
right?
that's I would agree with that for sure.
And then weaknesses, scoring ability. The points scored, 113, suggests that there may be a lack of offensive firepower, as they have fewer goals compared to some other teams. Well,
this is the Bulldogs, right? Or is he doing both?
He's comparing both. So this is still the Sarnia Sting.
Like I said, like Nick Lardis has the most goals in the league right now of any team. So I don't think the Bulldogs lack any firepower.
Right. Discipline issues.
The Sting have a bit of discipline
penalty
issue.
minutes are quite high.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
58.
Maybe he counted all the ones from the last game.
Right, which indicates a tendency to take penalties, potentially leading to unfavorable situations during games. All right. Brantford Bulldogs.
I agree.
Strengths.
I think
Landy, you can see us at the arena? Okay. Hello, Auntie Toes out there, our moderator now. We got over to 61,000 likes by the end of period 2 the other day, so we're hoping for that again. Okay, Brantford Bulldogs balanced scoring with a total of 36 points from various players. You mentioned their top scorer. They display a more balanced defensive capability, which can be crucial during tight games.
Sure, yeah.
Right? The goalies have a GAA of 3.64 and save percentage of .890. So we're slightly better, which, while not stellar, is competitive enough to keep them in the game, I guess. I think ChatGPT is just being polite.
Yeah.
All right. Weaknesses, defensive vulnerabilities. The GAA of 4.62 indicates struggles in defense, suggesting they concede too many goals, which can be detrimental in close matches.
It's definitely a factual statement.
Penalty issues, similar to the Sting. They're 39 minutes. Indicates a lack of discipline. So, you agree with that too?
Sure, yeah,
okay.
definitely.
All right, in conclusion.
It's good. They just they got a little ways to go if it's going to be an iRobot situation.
So, in conclusion, both teams have strengths in their defensive setups, but they also share weaknesses in offensive scoring and discipline. The Sting may need to enhance their scoring ability. I could have wrote that. While the Bulldogs should focus on tightening their defense to improve their overall performance. Here's what I get out of that. We should win.
They should just put that,
Right? Stinger likely.
I forget who said it, but there's an old hockey saying, and one of the coaches, he said, if your goalie is better than my goalie, I win. If your goalie is better than our goalie, you win. Right. Sometimes it comes down to a very simple, who's better in that.
True that. Okay, now watch this. Based on what you just said, who would you predict to win this game?
Oh, boy.
That's a long answer.
Oh, they give you a whole novel there.
Predicting the outcome of a game can be quite challenging.
Okay.
Especially with teams that have similar strengths and weaknesses.
They sound like they're just a bit of
Sarnia Sting have a solid defensive performance and potentially stronger goaltending. Bulldogs show better offensive balance, but their defensive vulnerabilities could be significant. So we're going to see a good hockey game here, I think. Both of these teams fairly matched. I guess it's kind of what I said at the start.
For sure.
Nice to get the perspective of ChatGPT. We're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about AI taking over just yet.
No.
They're a little clumsy still.
Right. Yeah,
Maybe we've got a couple years left as human beings.
I think so. Well, here's the thing. I was talking to Lee Cunningham about this, and it's good to actually, if you're to invest in ChatGPT, just saying. It will take some jobs, but they'll be replaced by people who learn to use ChatGPT. It's kind of like saying, well, we won't need a secretary anymore because we have Word and it automatically does autocorrect. You still have to have someone do all the operations, right?
Yeah, it's always seems to be a little over worried, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
People adjust.
For those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, we'd happy to have you join us over here on TikTok, where there's more action, more engagement, and you can just do that. You
and
can
there's
see
sound.
And there's sound, right? I know, that was terrible. And, of course, you can get your 50-50 tickets, which was over $8,000 the other day.
That was awesome.
Sting5050.com. No,
I would have told you.
Would you tell me?
I would have told you.
Okay, all right.
You would have heard me, actually.
I probably would have heard you for sure. Yeah, that's cool. So where are we now? Connor, what's your thoughts on the Team Canada performance? Well, we were just coming to that next.
Yeah, we were. We were coming up on that. It was a bummer.
Yeah.
The coach kind of stunk the joint up a little bit, and we don't play the 67s again, but Dave Cameron is the coach of the Ottawa 67s. So it's going to be tough for him going back home, I think, to his home arena where they just played. And I like when Ben and Allen came back with gold medals, it was a warm welcome, but I don't know how warm their welcome is going to be back into their arena because there were some questionable decisions on coaching.
It can definitely be tough. Hey, listen, if you like to save on travel and you like taking care of your health, GFU is a place to find those products, and you can get a special free trial, saving up to 75% by going to davidburrows.gfu.com, and we appreciate them. And we appreciate, once again, Hughes Intelligence for giving us all the opportunity to broadcast live. We got a few special guests here tonight joining us. No score yet because they haven't started yet. Ghosting, Wild Duga, you're right, Connor. Who said you're right, Connor? Wild Duga. Yeah, please share the live out there on TikTok. We'll stay live here on TikTok, but we'll be ending here in a little bit. I think we got about a few minutes away before we end things.
We're back in black tonight too. I kind of got that out at the start, but
right.
It's the 17th home game of the season. We're exactly halfway through the home games. Going back to black jerseys at home.
Well, and you bring up a good point. We're halfway there.
17 games out of 34.
And that just happened like that.
Unbelievable.
2025, here we are.
Halfway through the 2024-25 OHL season.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's still time, but this is that point of there's still time, but running out of time as far as getting things in order. Let's talk about the starting lines again. Connor, we've got, let me pull that up here.
Beamish, Brown, and Felak on the first line.
Right. Another.
Keeping them together, I think. I don't know if Felak was with them last game, but I know Beamish and Brown were together.
Yep, they were 100%.
Diorio, Lukey, and Wainwright. That might have been the same. Maybe got a switch with Wainwright. And Karimov, Edwards, and Moses. I like that line. That's tough.
Yeah.
Good skill on there, too. And Hall and Johnston are the extra forwards. Good to see Caden Johnson back.
Yeah.
Fisher, Young on the first D pair. O'Brien, Hurt on the second. Bridgewater, O'Mary on the third. And James Barr is the extra defensive.
I'm excited for this second line here. We've talked a lot about Nathan O'Mary not being seen enough out there on that ice, not getting the minutes. And we've said it several times, both of us. I'd like to see a little more out there. And so obviously he's done something to earn that right tonight. And I expect, there are expectations out there. Otherwise, we haven't even really seen him on a line for a little bit, right? So the fact that he's out there tonight could swing things a little bit more in the favor of the Sarnia Sting.
For sure.
What do you like about him?
About
O'Mary?
O'Mary, you like him a bit more than I do. I think he kind of gets caught sometimes and awkward. He's an offensive defenseman for sure.
Okay.
So he pinches a lot. He gets down in the offensive zone, but you know if you're down there, who's there covering your spot? And sometimes he gets caught there, and that might be his downside with Letang, that he's not always the strongest on his defensive game, but he's a great offensive defenseman. He's got a good shot, and he's got great hands too. He's a little bit smaller, which allows for better movement. But I think that's maybe why he hasn't been moved up and down the lineup. But it's nice to see him on the third pair.
All right.
We're missing Jack Bodine as well again.
Yeah.
Always sad.
We both agree on that. Look at that. There's the post game. I love that they used my post game up there on the Jumbotron, right? And you were famous, by the way, on your TV, Sarnia.
I just saw that today, sorry.
I said that. I was watching the playback, and then I'm like, really? There's Matt and Connor.
Woo-woo.
You're up on the Jumbotron every game.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. All right, Sarnia Stinger coming out onto the ice. That's where we got to end things here on Facebook and YouTube. We'll stay here. If you want to see more, come on over and visit us on TikTok. We'll be happy to see you. But as always, I'm David Burrows, my good friend Connor Burke. 1, 2, 3, go Sting, go!